Okay, I just have to increase my backlight a bit. Okay, yeah, I think that's better. Yep. Okay, yeah, I think just have to, just have to, okay, yeah, I think it's better this way. Just still turn this around a bit. Yep. Um, okay, so sorry, came online a bit late. It's supposed to be by 9 o'clock. The network was pretty bad. Yeah, the link has been shared to the class, and hopefully you should be joining us. Okay, while we, I think I should put this way. Yeah. So while we wait for them to join, I think just go ahead with the class. And in our previous class, we discussed about generations. In our retrospective class, actually, we've spoken about computer and generations of computers, and we're able to establish that over time, computer has improved a lot, and yeah, network is pretty crazy this night. So but so sorry I came late. Network is pretty bad, but here we are. We move, irrespective of our challenges. We just have to figure things out, and we move. So in our previous class, we were able to establish some certain things. We're able to talk about types of computers based on their size, their capacity, and their function. And we're able to talk about mini computers. We're able to talk about micro. We're able to talk about mainframe computer. We're able to talk about capacity and benefits and durability of these types of computers. And that ended our last class, and we're able to see how computer have evolved from just having it in limited alone to a lab. Yeah, we saw how important the evolvement of computer has been from just limiting it to lab scientists and engineers using it to calculate their complex differential equations. It's now ubiquitous, whereby you have computer in almost all home for commercial uses and the likes. So yeah, Mr. Julas, we are in so today's class we're going to be talking about computer virus. It's I think yeah, unit 4. You're right, unit 4. And unit 4 in a module 1. So we have that starts. So tonight we'll just go straight into it. We have introduction. Tonight, we'll be learning 3 things tonight. And they are what computer viruses are, um, how to detect computer virus, what computer virus is, how to detect computer virus, and what are the mode of transmission of computer virus. So all this will be dissecting tonight. So with this being said, let's up right into it. So we have introduction. One of the biggest fear of having computers are viruses. Certainly, Viruses are malicious program. What do we mean by malicious? Something capable of causing harm. Malicious programs designed entirely for destruction and havoc. Just one thing viruses do. They are responsible for destruction and causing havoc. They have no other job than that. Viruses are created by people. Can you imagine? And I so much believe I so much believe that programmers are to be held responsible for the creation of virus, because it's just like you creating a solution, creating a okay. Miss Justina is here. It's great to have you join us tonight. Computer virus is just like you being a programmer or a creator. You now develop a problem, still you, still this same creator, still this same programmer, still created antivirus. I see it's more of a business strategy to me, because before, just a layman, like somebody who is not a guru or who is not a big time programmer, can't, I mean, they are the one who create these viruses, and they are still the same person who create antiviruses. So they are it's actually a virus. It's a program. It was created. It doesn't just come. It's a malware created by programmers. So why do we have that? And this is the same threat to computer. Serious threat to computer. You can lose your file, crash your system, and you still have to run to them to help get antivirus. you know so viruses are created by people who either know a lot about programming or know a lot about computer. Exactly. Let me quickly use the opportunity to Miss Justina. If you can hear me, I will need you to respond. uh, I'm sorry I've not been able to attend to your messages, Miss Justina. I don't want you to feel offended. Just like as I said earlier on in our previous tutorial, everybody is my priority, but I have levels of priority. Ms. Justina, I think you sent some questions to me which I actually answered some. I think subsequently you said you sent more, and unfortunately I have not been able to respond. Why is because, like, you can imagine now, throughout today I was on a matter. Although in the early hours of today, like, I was actually creating a tutorial. I was studying for a tutorial. That's for GST101, which I did tonight. I was actually preparing and studying for that. And before I could tell, I mean, before I say Jack Robinson, it's already past one. Since 6 o'clock, I've been awake, and I slept yesterday around after 4. I slept very late. Basically, I don't even reach. I'm not sure I sleep 5 hours again each day. Especially since when I started solving TMAs, I don't think I sleep 5 hours. I struggle with sleep a lot because I can't go to bed with my both eyes closed, and I know that there are some people TMA have not solved. If I can't sleep, it doesn't. I don't leave work on the table and go to bed. That's just my nature. Because even in the dream, while sleeping, I'll be seeing myself doing that work. So before I can go to bed, I don't go to bed. It's just sleep takes me on the job. So I'm really sorry if I have not been able to respond to your question. So I've been solving. I think I have about almost 15% on the list, and it feels to me like it's cheating for me to leave these people that I'm attending to their TMA, and these are people that some of them are even in the class. People who are in the class, who give me their classroom, who give me their TMA, they are still on the top list of my priority compared to people who are not in the class and give me their TMA. So you can imagine, you are not in the class, you didn't give me your TMA to solve for you, and you are asking me questions. I will definitely answer, but it might not be at your timing. So please, let me use the opportunity to apologize to you. Don't be offended. And moreover, I've taught several ways of how you can solve your TMAs yourself. If you need answers, if you need questions, if you need more guide on that, just let me know. I'll send you videos and tutorials on how you can actually solve your TMAs without asking anybody any question. So sorry, but I was try and respond to some of your tutorial, some of the questions this night. Miss Justina, thank you for your understanding. Okay, Miss Chooks is with us. Miss Chook, it's great to have you join us. Good evening. Oh, awesome. Greetings. Mr. Joseph is also here tonight. It's great to have you guys join us. So let's just go straight back into the material. So we've been able to discover that virus is a big threat to computer. Please, are we just starting? This is actually the third class, and we are in Unit 4. Miss Chooks, we are in Unit 4 in this class. We've not gone far, so I believe that with your writing material, just follow our suit. We are talking about Mr. Jolas, can you help us with the page number on the hard copy? So for as many who are using the hard copy, they can follow our suit. On the soft copy is page 35. So on the hard copy, I don't know what page number it is, but it's Unit 4, Computer Virus. So we've been able to in tonight's class. Okay, which page? Okay, just seeing that as page 35 on the soft copy. Okay, on the hard copy, Mr. Jolas has just helped us. On the hard copy, he said page 37. Thank you very much. Mr. Joseph, it's been a while. You've not been joining us, and how is the TME solving going? I believe by now you are done. We have TME 1, 2, and 3 out, all available now. I believe by now you are done with your TMEs. And as soon as we are done with our TMEs, let's just focus on preparing for the exam, because before you know it now, the exam is already around the corner, and we are preparing to write the exam. So now, computer virus, as established, it's a very great threat to computers, and it's one of the biggest fear. Basically, it's not even one; it's the major fear of having computer. Now, computer viruses are programs capable of causing havoc. They are programs. They are not just like the way you have programs like programs that assist in using a computer. In the same way, we have programs that can destroy your computer, and virus is that program that can destroy your computer. So we have viruses are created. They are written programs by people. Oh, that was good. She said some. I have answered them. Oh, awesome, awesome. That's the spirit. I love that. I love that. Keep up the good job, Miss Justina. She doesn't really. The thing is just that it's actually good to solve your TMs yourself, as it is also not bad to give them out. But over time, definitely, I'm pretty sure you can't keep giving your TMS out. To get to a point, you definitely still, it's either you are looking at them and you're attempting them, or you solve them along the way. But it's still all good, to try and solve. Okay, awesome, awesome. She said it's remaining one. Awesome, awesome. That's great. So viruses are actually created by computer programmers, that people that know a lot about programming or about computer. So the objective here is that we will introduce students to concept of computer virus. We'll be introduced to the concept of computer virus, the mode of transaction, the mode of transmission, detection, and how to prevent and cure viruses. So we have computer virus is one of the greatest threats to computers and computer applications. Now, once the virus is made, it will generally be distributed through shareware, pirated software, email, or other various ways of transporting data. Once the virus infects someone's computer, it will either start infecting other data, destroying data, overwriting data. You can imagine, virus has the capacity to overwrite your data. Your data will be there and it will just overwrite it. Or corrupting software. Computer virus, they are very strong. Computer viruses are very strong, and they have the capacity to cause serious havoc to your computer. Your files, you might not be able to access them anymore. And how does this computer virus, the contact at which your computer gets virus? If you use the internet a lot, if you browse with your computer a lot, you need to get an antivirus, because there are some Like the one I use on my system now is was in the Avast, I think. It's actually a free. Let me even check. It's a free mode of antivirus. Yeah, and as for the fact that I'm even on the free mode, there are some sites that I would want to visit. It will send me a signal that this site has serious malware. Malware, the infection viruses distribute. It will tell me. So if you are using the internet a lot, your computer can attract, can be exposed to viruses, and it could be through mails. Somebody can send you a mail and attach a malware document or attach a malware file to it, and the moment you open it to just scatter your systems. It's just like the way malaria does our body. If you don't take malarial drug, you can imagine it can take away your life if you're not careful. For as many of us know what malaria is anyway. So that's that for that. So we have the reason that this program are called viruses is because it it can spread like human virus. Once you have become infected, either by downloading something off of the internet or sharing software and any disks or rights able media that you place into your computer to be infected. Just like as I've explained, it can get infected through transfer of file from one computer to the other, or through the internet, or using a disk that has been infected on your computer. So we have that as that. Then we may move on. Mode of transmission of computer virus. So we have are the majority viruses are contracted. It's supposed to be contracted from mobile external storage devices by bringing information from one source and then put onto your computer. Majority viruses are contacted. I think it's supposed to be contacted, not contracted. It's supposed to be contacted, like contacted from mobile external. I think that's a typographical error there. From mobile external storage devices, by bringing information from one source, then put on your computer, just like what I've been explaining. Now, viruses can infect disk, and when that disk is put into your computer will then become infected. One of the way your computer can be infected is through the use of infected disk, as we have established before now. And then your computer will be infected with that virus. A recent survey done in 1997 by NCSA, giving to 80% of PC users, showed that 90% of PC users contract viruses by floppy disks from mobile external storage devices. So we have it. A survey was conducted in the year 1977, and it was established, and this survey was conducted by the organization called NCSCA, giving to, like they said, 80% of computer users, personal computer users, are gotten their computers infected through the use of floppy disks. Okay, we have 6 persons streaming this live, and we have just 3 persons who has liked. If you are yet to smash the like button, do well to smash the like button, and let's get going. Now, in the survey done above, is shown that the 20% of viruses were contracted by email. So you need to be careful when people are trying to spam you. I think basically it's from spamming. I think you can get to contact your viruses on your computer through spams. That's spam. There are some email that carry some malware that will be sent to you, but automatically to be shifted into spam, whereby you will not see them, so they don't get infected. Because the moment you see it and seeing it does not really affect, is when you click on them and you open them, and so when if it has virus, then it can affect your computer. So we have 20% of viruses were contracted by email, attachment, and over the internet. Now, this means that you receive an email with an attached file and open the file or download the file over the internet. Now, we have virus properties. Your computer can be infected even if files are just copied, because some viruses are memory resident. As soon as a program is loaded into memory, the file then attach itself into the memory. Just like we say, some viruses are memory resident in the sense that the moment you just load that particular file, it goes down into the memory, and that is all. Now, we have your computer can be infected if files, your computer can be infected by just copying of files. There's this thing we have on the system. Probably there's a file which has virus, and you just use your, I think it's the left side of the mouth, and you do the option of copy. When you copy, when you copy, it goes to, I think it goes to this what is it called again? I think I'm missing the word, but there's a temporary place where you copy some things. Yeah, the dashboard. It goes to the dashboard. When you go to the dashboard, can stay there temporarily. But if you shut down your computer, then you lose that information because it's not here permanently saved. You can, yeah. So the moment you copy it, even though you've not saved it on your computer, but as go to that temporary place where it's being stored, it can still affect the computer because it's memory resident. So we have can be polymorphic. Now, this is one of the properties of virus. When we talk about polymorphic, now we say viruses have the capacity of modifying their code, which means one virus could have various amounts of similar variants. This is talking about the capacity of virus having variants. You understand? It means it could have various amounts of variants. That is capacity of modifying itself, capacity of duplicating itself. So we have memory or no memory resident. Depending on the virus, can memory resident virus with which first attach itself to its memory then infect the computer. Then virus can also be non-memory resident, which means a program must be run in order to infect the computer. So we have, talking about the memory residents now, we have one of the properties that some viruses are non-memory resident while some are non-memory resident in the sense that load the file on the computer, open it or run the file or the program before your computer gets infected, and that's the non-memory. Then the memory now, if you run it on your computer, just like we said earlier on, the non-memory says here that non-resident because it means program must run. That's the non-memory. But one that has memory residency, that you don't have to run the program before it affects your computer. I hope we get that clearly. Can be a stitch, that's a stitch virus. Stitch viruses will first attach itself to file on the computer and then attack computer with causes. This causes the virus to spread more rapidly. These are stitch virus, which attach itself to a file, then it duplicates itself. We have viruses can carry other viruses and infect that system and also infect the other virus as well. So let me call them vectors of virus. Carriers of virus, they have great access ability to multiply themselves, to duplicate themselves. So we have one of the properties again we have here. We have outward sign, can make the system never show outward. Now there are some viruses that they don't allow the system to show outward sign. Some viruses will hide changes made, such as when infecting a file. Those are viruses that don't allow you, definitely not know until you go deeper. These are viruses that don't show outward signs, and we have that is that. So we have how viruses may affect files. Now, viruses can affect any file, however, usually attack .com, .x, .sys, .bin, .pif, or any data file. Now all these they are type of files, we have .com, .x, .sys, .bin, .piv, or any other file type. Now, viruses have the capacity of infecting any file, however, will generally infect executable files, or data files such as Word or Excel documents are opened frequently. Now, this is just letting you know how viruses may affect file, your documents, your types of document. We have Excel, we have Microsoft, we have PowerPoint, any type of file. These viruses are capable of affecting all these files. It can increase the file size, however, it can be hidden. As much as it can increase the file size, and this is going to consume space, then it can also be hidden. Now it can delete file and the file is run. Now it can corrupt file randomly. So the capacity of viruses. It can also write protect error when executing X file from a write protected disk. It can convert X file into, all these are malfunction. Why should your file be converted without your permissions from X to the com file? I mean, all the capacities of it can reboot the computer when a file is run. So the sign that your computer has been infected. You can imagine, because you're trying to run a program and your computer suddenly reboots or suddenly shuts down. So we have that as that. So we have what viruses may do. The following are possibility you may experience when you are infected with a virus. Remember that you also may be experiencing any of the following issue and not have a virus. There are two ways things you can experience if you're having virus, if your computer having virus, things you might not experience even with the virus. Now we have, once the hard drive is infected, any disk that is non-write protected disk that is accessed can be infected. Deleted files, various messages in files or on programs, changes in volume label, mark cluster as bad in fact, randomly override sectors in the hard disks, replace the MBR with own code, create more than one partitions. Now, these are malfunctions actually. These are malfunctions, and create more than one partition. Attempt to access hard disk drive can result in error message. Causes cross-linked file. So these are the signs that your system has been infected. I think we have a lot of them here. Directory may display as garbage. So all the signs. Disable ports such as LTP or COM ports. When your port is being disabled, you have altered system time and date. It's all signs of increased file size, increase or decreased memory size. Excuse me. Randomly change file or memory size. We have a lot here. We have detecting viruses. Now, the most commonly used method of protecting against and detecting viruses is to purchase the third-party application design to scan for all your third-party application designer is speaking about your antivirus to scan all types of viruses. A list of these protection programs are listed above. As I listed, as I specified earlier on, I think we have Avast, we have a lot of antiviruses out there, but the one I use is actually Avast, the third party protection. You need to get that. If you have a system, you need to have, even though it's a free version, it does, although it might be limited, but at least it does some basic protection, can guarantee some basic protection. So we have that as that. Alternatively, a user can look at various aspects of the computer and detect possible signs indicating a virus is on the computer. While this method can be used to determine some viruses, it cannot clean or detect. Oh, my phone, my battery life is getting, wow, 5%. it cannot clean or determine the exact virus you may or may not have. So we have the conclusion: computer viruses are perhaps the greatest threat to the computer. If not detected and promptly cured, if not detected and promptly cured, computer virus attack could lead to the total breakdown of computer a installation. Now we have, with the aid of our discussion in this unit, students should be able to prevent, detect, and clean viruses in a computer installation. So we have that as that. The computer viruses are program written summary. They are programs written by programmers with the aim of causing havoc to computers. Computer viruses could lead to malfunctioning and total breakdown of the computer. It's capable of things that we have. Computer viruses are transferred from one computer to another through use of infested storage, such as diskettes, flash drives, CD-ROM, or across computer network. Now there are antiviruses packages especially written to prevent, detect, and clean, especially written to prevent, detect, and clean viruses. So guys, that brings us to the end of today's class. So a very quick one, 2 mark assignment. We have what is a virus, what are the different and similarities between biological viruses and computer viruses. Similarities, yeah, I think both of them can have the ability to invest havoc, definitely. How would you prevent virus attack in student computer laboratory? Just more of how would you prevent, just get an antivirus. I'm giving you guys clue already. So thank you guys. This brings us to the end of today's class, and module 2 and the next online, and we will be taking hardware components. We'll be talking about computer hardware and software, the hardware components, front, back, and inside of the system unit, the peripheral device, and the auxiliary equipment. So things we'll be discussing in our next class. So thank you very much, guys. It's great to have you all join me tonight. I hope this class has been helpful. If you are yet to subscribe to the channel, okay, there was a call. I don't know who's calling by now. It's interrupted stream. So if you are yet to subscribe, share the video, and let others also benefit from what you're benefiting from. Maybe we all are learning, and should assist each other in learning. Thank you very much, guys. I wish all success in our endeavors, in all our endeavors, and especially on this path of education. Success to us all in Jesus' name. Bye. See you in the next class.